Consumer fraud refers to deceptive practices designed to obtain money, property, personal information, or other benefits from individuals through misrepresentation, false promises, or manipulation. Unlike occupational fraud, which occurs within organizations, consumer fraud targets members of the public and often exploits trust, urgency, fear, greed, or lack of knowledge. Fraudsters continuously adapt their methods to changing technologies, communication channels, and consumer behaviors. Common schemes involve fraudulent investments, deceptive sales practices, identity-related crimes, advance fee scams, lottery fraud, online marketplace fraud, and various confidence schemes. Fraud examiners must understand both the psychological tactics used by perpetrators and the operational structures supporting these schemes to effectively investigate, detect, and prevent consumer fraud. Consumer fraud schemes frequently rely on persuasive techniques that encourage victims to act quickly without conducting proper verification. Fraudsters may create a false sense of urgency, claim exclusive opportunities, impersonate trusted organizations, or exploit emotional vulnerabilities. Many schemes involve promises of extraordinary financial returns, guaranteed prizes, low-risk investments, debt relief, or lucrative business opportunities. Technological advancements have expanded the reach of consumer fraud through email, social media, online advertising, mobile applications, and electronic payment systems. Because fraudsters often operate across jurisdictions and utilize anonymous communication methods, investigations can be complex. Public awareness, skepticism toward unsolicited offers, and verification of claims remain essential defenses against consumer fraud. Elder fraud is a particularly harmful form of consumer fraud that targets older adults. Fraudsters frequently view elderly individuals as attractive victims because they may possess accumulated savings, retirement assets, home equity, or established credit histories. Some perpetrators also believe older victims are less likely to report fraud due to embarrassment, isolation, cognitive decline, or lack of familiarity with modern technologies. Common elder fraud schemes include investment scams, caregiver fraud, lottery and sweepstakes fraud, romance scams, impersonation schemes, healthcare fraud, and financial exploitation by family members or trusted individuals. Effective prevention requires education, family involvement, financial oversight, and mechanisms that encourage reporting suspicious activities. Telemarketing fraud involves the use of telephone communications to deceive consumers into sending money, disclosing personal information, or purchasing non-existent or misrepresented products and services. Fraudsters often employ high-pressure sales tactics, scripted presentations, and false claims to create credibility and urgency. Common telemarketing schemes include prize promotions, charitable solicitation fraud, advance fee loans, investment opportunities, travel scams, and fraudulent business ventures. Victims are frequently instructed to make immediate payments through wire transfers, prepaid cards, gift cards, or other difficult-to-trace methods. Fraud examiners investigating telemarketing fraud analyze call records, payment flows, marketing materials, and organizational structures to identify perpetrators and establish patterns of deceptive conduct. Ponzi schemes are investment frauds in which returns paid to existing investors are funded primarily by contributions from new investors rather than legitimate business profits. The scheme creates an illusion of successful investment performance, encouraging additional participation and reinvestment. Because payouts depend on a continuous influx of new funds, Ponzi schemes inevitably collapse when recruitment slows or large numbers of investors seek withdrawals. Pyramid schemes operate similarly, but focus on recruiting participants who pay fees to join and are compensated primarily for bringing in additional recruits. Both schemes are inherently unsustainable because growth requirements eventually exceed the available pool of potential participants, leading to substantial investor losses. Detecting and preventing consumer fraud requires coordinated efforts among consumers, businesses, regulators, law enforcement agencies, and fraud examiners. Public education campaigns help individuals recognize warning signs such as unrealistic promises, pressure to act immediately, requests for unusual payment methods, and reluctance to provide verifiable information. Organizations can support prevention through fraud monitoring systems, customer awareness initiatives, and secure transaction processes. Fraud examiners play a vital role by investigating complaints, tracing financial transactions, analyzing evidence, and identifying emerging fraud trends. Through proactive education, effective enforcement, technological safeguards, and timely reporting of suspicious activities, stakeholders can significantly reduce the financial and emotional harm caused by consumer fraud schemes.